Boom. So we just started recording. Versace Robon. Shout out to Mr. God for the birthday present. But I've had crazy objections, right? Crazy objections. So we're talking about closing a deal. We're talking about just getting someone started. We're talking about helping someone understand that this is something that they need. This is a solution to whatever problem they have. I've had crazy objections. You get the typical, I don't have that much time. You get the typical, I don't have $200. Literally, I haven't got like, I literally had this guy not sign up. Check this out. He said, I'm not signing. He said, yo, is that a scam? I was like, nah, it's not a scam. And he said, oh, okay, so I'm not signing up. I said, wait, hold up. I said, it's not a scam. He's like, yeah, like it's not a scam, so I'm not signing up. I'm like, I bet, like that's it. That's it. Like I've seen it all. I've literally seen it all. I've seen it all, heard it all. That's it. I was like, bro, so let me get it straight. Because it's legal, you don't want to sign up. He's like, yeah, bro. I was like, bet. I'm gonna holler at you, bro. Like I'm losing brain cells talking to you right now. Like I'm literally losing brain cells talking to you right now. Literally. And it's so funny. Shout out to the maker of Taste. He was actually like, he actually knows the person. Not like they're friends, but he knows what I'm talking about too. But you get crazy objections. But people's perception of money and time, what they've been taught about when it comes to money and time is why they have that specific objection. I want you to write that down. People's perception of money and time walking into the conversation is why they have that specific objection. Right? So now, explain to you know that the whole money and time thing is not a real excuse because you're in this. You're in this already, right? You know that you don't need 10 hours a day to start trading and making money. You know that you only need maybe 4 hours a week on a live session, 4 hours a week on a live session. You can make hundreds of dollars a week. You can make thousands of dollars a week. You know that already. But they don't know that. They don't know that. Oh, the monthly fee. Oh, do you understand? Let's break it down, right? The monthly fee, right? 175 divided by 30. That's $6 a day that you got to make. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's possible to make $6 trading in a day. If it's possible to make $6 in a trade in one day, put a 1 in the chat. You know these things to be true. You know these things to be true, right? Some people put a 2 in the chat if you ever got if someone ever said, I'll make money when you make money. I'll join when you make money. That's what I meant. I'll join when you make money. Oh, you only made when you make 100K that's when I'm gonna start. It's like a fear, it's like a certain fear, right? It's a certain fear because what you have to understand is don't get frustrated with these people. I'm gonna tell you why. Because someone was taught how to think about money, how to look at money. Someone was taught how to think about time and how to look at time. Their whole life, they've been taught one way for 20 years, 30 years, whatever, however old they are. They've been taught one way for their entire life. And then here you go in one conversation trying to change something they've heard for years, right? Imagine if I walk up to you and I say, yo, you've been tying your shoes wrong the whole time. You're going to be like, what do you mean? My shoes work fine. I know how to tie my shoes. You're going to give me objections. If I say, hey, there's a better way to tie your shoes. You're going to be like, bro, what are you talking about? I've been tying my shoes for this long. That's why you can't get frustrated. They've been tying their shoes one way their whole life. And then here you go saying, hey, you can have Versace loafers where you don't have to tie your shoes. Hey, you can wear loafers where you don't have to tie your shoes. It's a conflict of it's a different way of thinking. It's something they're not used to thinking about, something they're not used to speaking about, right? That's an encounter they probably never had to encounter. A lot of people have been taught how to make money, the wrong way to make money. They've been taught to exchange their time for money. For most people, 99% of the time, this is people's first independent decision. I want you to write that down. For a lot of people, this is their first decision they've ever had to make on their own. the first decision they've ever had to make on their own. You saying, I want to live there. No, you were taught people, a certain type of people live there. Cool people live there. Oh, I want to move to LA. You were taught that it's cool to live in LA. You're given a certain perception of LA. You were fed a certain image of LA. You were fed a certain perspective when it comes to LA. New York, I want to go to New York. It's so funny. You hear it all the time. People in New York are trying to get out. People who've never been to New York are trying to go to New York. Because you've been fed a certain message as it pertains in this situation to New York, to LA, to whatever, a destination. And the people who are actually there don't look at it the way you do. Chicago, someone said Chicago. Same thing with money. They were fed a certain perception. They were fed certain information. They're used to certain information. They know certain information to be true to them in their world. But then here you go, one conversation, bro, there's a better way to make money. There's an easier way to make money, right? There's an easier way to make money. That's the battle that's happening whenever someone gives you an objection. So you never ever sweat, never stutter, never just pause in your tracks. Never. Because you know it's their perception of money and time. That's why they're giving you pushback. Because on paper, it makes perfect sense. You have a cell phone. Do like this on your phone. Make hundreds of dollars a week. Who says no to that? You have a laptop. Hit some buttons every other day. Make thousands of dollars a week. Who says no to that, right? Nobody's going to say no to that. Unless you was taught something different for years. Unless you were taught otherwise for years. So that's what's happening. So you battle objections, but by turning the objection on them. I always turn the objection on them. And there's a few ways to do it. For the time thing, does anyone know my story specifically? What was I doing before I joined this business? Does anyone know my story? What was I doing? Someone, perfect. Oh, you guys study. 2 jobs. 14 hours a day. Some people only have 1 job and say, I don't have enough time. So imagine someone goes to you and says, hey, look, I want to do that Forex thing, but I just don't have the time. And you go, wow, it's so funny. I was just talking to my mentor. I was just listening to my mentor. And he said before he got started, he was working 14-hour days. And even working 14-hour days, he plugged in. We have a product. We have a certain app. It sends you trades right to your phone. So you don't have to spend hours a day on no videos. You don't got to do a lot of the things that a lot of people with a bunch of time get to do. And he just was placing trades on his app, and he retired in 4 months, working 14-hour days. How many hours a day do you work? 8 hours? 8 hours, 14 hours. 8 hours says they have no time. 14 hours, we're still retired in 4 months. You definitely have time. You have more time than you give yourself credit for. You have more time than you give yourself credit for. Let's try it out. It's called money in minutes for a reason. You only need a few minutes. So if you don't have a few minutes to make money, then you will never have time to make money. Then you will never make money. If you don't have a few minutes, you will never make money, bro. So what's the real reason? I always say that. What's the real reason? So after you debunk whatever it is they gave you, basically after you violate whatever they gave you respectfully, you ask, what's the real reason, bro? I know you want to make money. What's the real reason? You have the time. You definitely have the time. So what's the real reason? What's the real reason? And then people literally, and then you either get 2 types of people. 1, the type of person who's going to say, okay, cool, let's sign up. Or 2, the type of person that doesn't want to admit that they just doesn't want to admit that someone pulled their card. and they're really just scared to make an investment. They don't believe in themselves. They're not confident in themselves, right? And that person ends up saying, I need to do research, and they never talk to you again. But that's not on you. That's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's a direct reflection of them, who they think they are, how they view themselves, right? It's just a direct reflection of how they view themselves. That's what it is, right? That's exactly what this is. So again, when it comes to closing a deal, it's about having conversation, right? It's about having conversations. You get to know someone so they tell you what the problem is, and then you help them realize that this is the solution to their problem. For example, hey, I'm in school, I want to do this. I'm in school, but I want to make more money, blah, blah. So you're in school, you want to make more money? That's perfect. You know how many 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds are chairmen now? You know how many people who are 16, 17, 18 trading with us? You know how many people dropped out of college because they're making money doing this and they don't want to be in college? Bro, if this is the perfect line, if you really want to get out of school, if you really want to retire your parents, if you really want to be financially free, if you really want to open up a gym, whatever it is they told you, then it starts here. If you really want to X, then it starts here. If you really want to this, then it starts here. That's how you close every single deal. That's how you close every single deal, like clockwork. Mitch calls them zips, little 5-minute zips, 8-minute zips. You close a deal. If you really want to blank, then it starts here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get you set up. I'm going to help you make money tonight. And today's the first day on your road to being a millionaire. Today's your first day on your road to 6 figures. Boom. And then you don't talk. You don't say anything. You let them speak. The next person that speaks loses. After you say that, the next person that speaks loses. Right? You let them speak. And then they get started. They either get started or give you a date in which they're going to get started. That's how this works. It's very, very simple. Whenever you're closing a deal, let's say, for example, someone watched some, and it only works, this doesn't only work, but this works best after they've seen some information. If they've already seen some information and you have them on the phone, you say exactly what I just told you. And I guarantee your closing rate goes up. Your closing rate goes way up. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, because you're building rapport. Number one, you're building rapport. Hey, oh, you saw the information. Oh, that's dope. Where are you from, though? Really quick, where are you from? Just want to get to know you a little bit more. Where are you from? Oh, okay, cool. Perfect. How long you been living there? You like living there? How is it out there with all this stuff going on? Is everything open over there? Talk about it. Be someone who people want to have a conversation with, right? Oh, okay, dope. So look, let me ask you a question, man. What got you interested in all this investing stuff? What interests you about making more money? Like, what do you want more money for? And then you can even lay out options. Do you just want to be financially free, right? Do you just want to not have to go to college? Do you just want to quit your job? Do you just want to make extra money to pay bills? What is it for you? And they always say pretty much the same exact things that mention time or money. Time or money. Every single time. Every single time. It's always time or money. Yeah, I want more time to myself. I want more time for my kids. I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to buy this. I want to have to not think about, I want to not have to calculate my bills before I buy something I want. Wow, that's great. Acknowledge it, agree, and tell your story. Well, I actually respect that. You see, a lot of people don't even think that way. I respect that you think about you're thinking about retiring your parents. I respect that you're thinking about becoming independent. Look, I'm gonna tell you a bit about myself. Look, I got started. I was in the same situation. I wanted more out of life. This is your story. I wanted more out of life. I was looking for ways to make money. I found this opportunity. I was presented this opportunity, and it was everything I was looking for. I'm able to make money from home. I'm able to talk. I literally talk to millionaires. I engage with millionaires on a day-to-day basis. Right? You can only learn how to make $1 million from people who have made $1 million. So if I ask you right now, how many millionaires are teaching you how to make $1 million right now? Not that many, right? But when you plug in here, you're going to have access to over 60 educators. Over 60 educators that show you live every single week how to make $1 million, how to make $100,000. So if your goal really is to retire, then it starts right here. That's how you close a deal. That's how you close the deal. Now, that's how you close the deal. So now, if you're still new to this, right? If you're still new to closing deals, if you haven't closed that many deals on your own, leverage. You pass it over to a mentor. Edify your mentor, pass it to your mentor, take notes, because then you're going to be the one closing deals. And this is how we close deals. P6 and up. But by P6, you need to be a closer already. You need to be a closer already. P600s, you should have a bunch of P150s under you that you should be closing for. P1000s, you should have a bunch of P6s under you. I'm not even going to say under you. I hate using that word. Within the organization that you're closing deals for. P2000, you should have P1s and P6s that you're closing deals for. Everyone you're closing deals for, right? You lead the conversation to your close. You always control the conversation. You always control the conversation. Always, always, always. You never let the conversation go left or right. You might get those people who just love to talk. Put a 1 in the chat. If you ever got those people who just love to just talk, you got to cut the combo. Oh yeah, we did this. You ask them about money, they start talking about their pets and their cousin and their party they gotta go to and all this other stuff. Bro, I just said, where do you work? That's what I said. I didn't ask about your dog. Your dog's beautiful, I'm sure. I didn't ask when you got her. I didn't ask what her name was. We didn't ask all. We didn't ask about cousin Earl, right? We didn't ask for all that. We didn't ask for all that, right? But you don't want to be rude, right? You don't want to be rude and just. But sometimes you have to cut the conversation. Yeah, so back to this, bro, really quickly, because I know you're going to be rich. Something about cut the combo. Cut the combo and then compliment. It always works every single time. Every single time. Fellas, this works too. Fellas, this works too. If there's someone's talking to you, you're like, bro, cut the combo and compliment. Cut the conversation short, compliment. Cut them off and compliment. Oh, yeah, because, cousin Earl, yo, you know what? Let me tell you something right now. You're literally about to have your life change. I'm literally about to change your life right now. I can tell you're going to be extremely successful within this business. I can already tell. So they're like, you just cut me off. In their head, they're like, yo, you just cut me off. And then you compliment them. It's like, oh, okay. It's hard to be mad and happy at the same time. It's very hard. It's very, very hard. Cut the combo, take control of the conversation again. You can't be afraid to take charge of the conversation. You cannot be afraid to take charge of the conversation. If you're afraid to take charge of the conversation, you're not a closer. That's all the closer does. All the closer does is just guide the conversation to where they want it to go, to the subject they want to talk about, right? And that's what you're doing when you're closing. So is there any questions about some objections? I want you guys to be really, really, really active in the chat. Be very active in the chat, right? Be very, very active in the chat. What objections are you having trouble with? What are some objections you're having trouble overcoming? Right? What objections? Write in the chat. I tried before, but I didn't make money. Oh, okay, cool. Tell me about your experience. Why do you think you didn't make money? It's so funny. It's so funny you say that, bro, because a lot of people actually have that experience. I'm not going to say a lot of people. I'm going to say the people who get plugged in with the wrong group always have that experience. It's sad, bro. It's crazy. But the fact that you got me on the phone lets you know a lot about me. Did you get on the phone a lot with the other guy? Probably not. The fact you on the phone with me right now tells you what? You know this works. That's why you even checked out the info. You know this works. That's why you even tried it. You know it works. Now, you just wasn't plugged in with the right people. So let's do it, bro. Let's do it right this time. Let's do it right this time. I'm going to get you plugged in. I'm going to make sure you're making money this week. Money back guarantee in the first 7 days. Boom. Easy. Let me check the chat. But that's a good one. I always get that. I don't always get that, but a lot of people get that. No money right now. That's fine, bro. So when do you think you'll be ready? Straight up. When do you think you'll be ready? When do you think you'll be ready? Always get a date. You always get a date. Always. When do you think you'll be ready? When do you think you'll be ready? Someone said, I need people to respond to me first. People respond to you based on how your Instagram looks. I'm telling you right now. People respond to you based on how you look on Instagram. Jadi said, I need to think about it. Okay, cool. Perfect, bro. So I'll put it like this. Do you want to do research for 5 days, or you want to talk to my mentor for 5 minutes? You come across as someone who understands time is money. So you want to do research for 5 days, or you want to talk to my mentor for 5 minutes? They'll help you make the right decision. Boom. Quick, easy. Perspective. People who say they have too much going on, tell me story. They just say they don't have time to be invested. Okay, is anything that you're doing right now gonna make you 6 figures in 6 months? No? Okay, cool. You're gonna wanna eliminate whatever you got going on, cut one of those off, because it's not more important than this. I promise you it's not. I promise you. And then even someone said, I'm not interested. I already have a job that I love. That's fine. Oh, okay, it's all good. So do you know anyone who wants to make 6 figures in 6 months? So I can share the information with them? Get a referral. You'd be surprised how many people actually give you a list that aren't even enrolled. They'll give you a list of people. Hey, you can talk to this person, my friend, my cousin, my this, my that. I love my job. Oh, okay, cool. So you know anybody that wants to make 6 figures in 6 months? I would love to help them. Of course. Exactly. In the chat, of course. Someone said, I get asked, how does this benefit you? People literally say that. How does this benefit you? I'm straight up. Listen, I get paid. I get paid for helping other people make money. If you don't want to make money, bro, that's fine. I'm a brand ambassador. I get paid for helping other people plug in and make money. If you don't make money, I don't get paid. So it's conditional. Straight up. Be 100% transparent, because you don't want to give them a certain answer and then they get started and then they see the comp plan and then it's like, you lied to me. Okay, cool. Oh, you lied to me. Oh, okay, cool. Perfect. 100% honest. Yeah. People think it's a scam. Scam stands for still confused about money. Still cooking at McDonald's. That's what scam stands for. It all got to do with posture too. If you don't got posture when you're saying these things, then the prospect won't trust the product. 100%. It's like I said before. Some people are like, they get asked the question. Put a 5 in the chat. If you got asked the question, how much money have you made? Right? How much money have you made? Or, things about your money. And I tell people all the time, money has a walk, money has a talk, money has a smell, money has an energy, right? Money has an energy. Literally. So you ever be able to look at someone and say they have money, and it's not necessarily they're wearing designer or anything, or Hear someone's talk and be like, okay, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, right? When you look like money, walk like money, smell like money, talk like money, your posture, you speak with conviction, no one's going to ask you how much you've made because they know where you're going. I'll tell you that right now. No one's going to ask you how much you've made because they know where you're going. They know exactly where you're going based off how you come across. I had one prospect said yes, and the day they wanted to get started, they stepped back from the offer. You probably let them simmer down too long. Probably let them chill too long. As soon as someone says yes, let's do it right now. Right now. Let's go right now. Because a lot of times, not a lot of times, you'll have times where someone says yes, and then you schedule a certain time, right? You schedule a certain time, and then within that time frame, they're doubting their decision. They're running from the decision, right? Their biggest enemy is themselves, right? The most important voice you listen to is your own. And the thing is, this voice a lot of times thinks it's protecting you, especially when you're talking about something you don't know. The voice in your head is thinks they're protecting you. Hey, don't do that. You might lose some money. Hey, don't do that. You might, right? So attack it like right now. Look, I'm gonna send you the link right now. Let's go right now. Or when they speak to someone who convinces them it's a mistake, blocking their blessings. Yep. They speak to someone who convinces them it's a mistake. Right. He texted me the next day to said, to be honest, bro, I'm not ready. Those people you can usually get back on. Those people you can usually get back on. You can usually get back on. It's just a matter of perspective. When it comes to closing a deal, all you're doing is offering perspective. That's all you're doing. You're not convincing nobody. You're not tricking nobody. You're offering perspective. That's all it is. All you're doing is offering perspective. That's all you do. To be honest, bro, I'm not ready. Listen, not ready to make millions of dollars? Not ready to make six figures? Or what do you mean not ready? Put it in perspective. Not ready to learn from millionaires every day? Which part are you not ready for? Okay, yeah, I get it. Sign up. Thank you. That's really all it is. Perspective. What do you say to people that have a problem trusting the platform? What do you mean? Like they did research, they went on YouTube, the most credible source in the world, right? They went on YouTube and saw what, a bad review? Is that what you mean? The most credible source in the world, where anybody with a camera could say anything, right? How to you tell them, bro, there's a 7-day money back guarantee, right? There's certain individuals who plugged in with the wrong group. People doing this for the wrong reasons. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if you do not like what you're seeing in 7 days, get all of your money back. But don't let a YouTube video from someone who had a bad experience stop you from making money. There's YouTube videos about why men can't be trusted, why women are this. You're just never gonna get married then, that's it. Because one person had their own isolated experience. You're just never gonna, what? There's YouTube videos on why the iPhone is a horrible phone. So that you're never gonna have FaceTime ever, that's it. This one person doesn't like the iPhone, so that's it. I'm never doing that. I'm never touching the iPhone now. No. Make your own independent decision. That was an isolated incident. That person had a bad experience. And it wasn't the platform, it was the group that they were with. Maybe the expectations set on them. Maybe they signed up and the person who signed them up said, you're going to be rich tomorrow. Tomorrow, literally 24 hours. And when it didn't happen, they had a bad taste in their mouth. But don't let that isolated incident stop you from making six figures. Don't let that stop you from making six figures. Don't let a job stop you from making six figures. Don't let this situation, this person, this conversation, that conversation stop you from making six figures. Can you repeat that? Okay, I'll repeat it. Let me know when you're put a 1 in the chat when you're recording. Put a 1 in the chat when you're recording. I'm gonna repeat it. So a lot of people, certain people, they go to YouTube for their research, and YouTube, like YouTube is the most credible source in the world, where anybody with a camera can just post something on YouTube. And it's crazy because these people will take it as it like it's fact. You can only learn how to make $1 million from people who have made millions of dollars. So you accept someone's opinion, accept their lifestyle too. If you accept their opinion, accept their lifestyle too. The people giving out broke opinions are the people who live broke. Rich people don't talk about anything else that doesn't help them make money. Only broke people make bad reviews on whatever. Rich people have too much time, are spending too much time getting rich. That's what this comes down to. When's the last time you saw a rich person do a bad review on something? What? When's the last time you saw a rich person do a bad review on anything? Bro, what? You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So again, when you're closing deals, it's perspective. Build rapport. Find out who you're talking to, right? I'm just to wrap it up. Build rapport. Find out who you're talking to. Find out what they want. Ask them, hey, what about this trading stuff intrigues you? What would you do with more money? Everyone has their own reasons. Some people want to do this, open up this shop, a restaurant. What is your reason? Right? What is your reason for investing? You find out whatever the reason is, retire, travel the world, whatever. You acknowledge it, tell your story, and then you close it with, so if you really want to, blah, 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 then it starts here. We'll get you set up. We'll have you making money tonight. And we start your six figures in 6 months trading plan. Boom. That's your close. That's literally how you close. Build rapport just means ask a couple questions, get personal with them. You should know them a little bit. Don't get too personal. But you can chop it up with them, small talk really quickly. What do you say to those who say, why work so hard on recruitment if you believe in the trading so much? That's why you do the recruiting, because you believe in the trading. Yeah, that's why you recruit people, because you believe in the trading. They literally answered their own question. You literally answer your own question. If you have a good meal, right? If you have a good meal at a restaurant, why wouldn't you tell your friends, right? Oh, you like the food so much. Why are you talking about it? What? What do you mean by that? Oh, you like the iPhone so much. Why are you telling other people to get it? I don't like green text, bro. Sorry, get the iPhone. A broke conversation is like a green text. It's like, I don't want to see it. Let's have rich friends. Let's have rich conversations. Let's change it up. We need more blues. We need blue screens everywhere. Everywhere blue screens. MetaTrader blue screens, iMessage blue screens, everything. Blue bills. I need everything. Everything blue. Everything. Right? The trading works. That's why I tell people about it. Right? The trading works. There's people changing lives on a day-to-day basis. Changing their lives on a day-to-day basis. Why wouldn't I tell people about this? Right? Why wouldn't I talk about this? Please post a recording. Yep, I'm gonna post this on YouTube. If McDonald's is your favorite restaurant and it takes 3 minutes to order from the menu, why is it taking you longer to make a decision? That could change your life. Solid. Solid. People always say, hey, I got to think about it. Thoughts are instantaneous, bro. If I say elephant, you think of an elephant. You don't have to think about it. You know, the information doesn't change between today and tomorrow. Right? The information doesn't just change. Oh, there's a new thing tomorrow. Oh, it's $500 more tomorrow. No, it's the same information that can change can and will change your life. Take advantage. Take advantage. Right? But with that being said, guys, I'm going to answer maybe one more question. Let me open up the chat. Answer maybe one more question. I'm going to post this on YouTube. But At the end of the day, what I want you to understand is when you get objections, don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. It's like someone's been taught something their entire life. It's not normal for you to have one conversation and completely change it. A lot of times when you're closing your deals, this person has already been thinking a little different. The person has already been exposed to some level of entrepreneurship, right? Some level of entrepreneurship. No, never, never, Tracy, never, ever, never. Questions means curious. Exactly. Questions means curious. Questions mean curious. So with that being said, guys, that's how you close your deal. That's how you deal with objections. You find out the real objection. You can always shoot down an objection respectfully, not forcefully, but respectfully by just offering perspective. Hey, have you thought about it like this? Boom. Right? And you make their objection seem silly. You make their objection seem, hey, now that you have new information, you can change your decision. It's okay to change your decision once you're presented new, solid, valid information. That's what it comes down to. So let me stop recording.